of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
At the 30.
I'm starting to wonder, Charles, 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes, being chased out left. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Mahomes on target here to Hardman. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Now what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And 7.
The Chiefs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Come on, fellas.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the lane going. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Let's get that ball, Gene. Let's get that ball right here. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Go. Go.
They'll try to run this one in. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Stop short of the goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
You can't handle it. He's not gonna get me. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Yeah. You don't want none.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Darrell Williams in the final minute, and the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Been a bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.